Hi, this is Chuck Lavazzi. It has become a cliche to call a performer legendary, but there's really no more appropriate word for my guest today, famed cabaret and jazz singer Marilyn Maye. Currently the toast of the cabaret and nightclub scene in New York, Marilyn regularly sells out over 25 New York City shows each year, including Carnegie Hall in 2023. She's also a frequent visitor to St. Louis. On Wednesday, November 19th, Marilyn returns to the Shelton Concert Hall with her latest show, a tribute to Johnny Carson. The show is sponsored by the Cabaret Project STL and Max and Louie Productions. For more information, thecabaretproject.org. Johnny Carson called Marilyn Maye a super singer, and Maye appeared on his Tonight Show 76 times, a show record for singers. Let's talk about that. But first, here's Johnny.
That's the way to sing a song.
That's right.
She is really great. She's a super singer, first of all. She really knows what she's doing. One of my favorite singers. She really is outstanding. Get her records there or listen to her. You can hear the lyrics, you hear the story, and she knows what it's all about. Who can sing just about anything she sets her mind to. She's one of the best singers in the business. Miss Marilyn Maye. Marilyn Maye. Marilyn Maye. Miss
right.
Marilyn Maye. Miss Marilyn Maye. Marilyn Maye. Marilyn.
Okay. Marilyn Maye, welcome back to St. Louis.
Thank you, Chuck. I'm so glad to be with you, if only via machines.
Well, with your schedule, what else can possibly be done? You've got a gig coming up at 54 Willow.
It's a beautiful stage and beautiful atmosphere and beautiful audience. The audience loves what we do, and I'm grateful, always grateful to the audience. Like St. Louis, they love music.
Yes, and you are very much loved here in St. Louis. You've appeared here many times.
I
And-
love being there. Well, first of all, I'm thrilled to be in that precious theater. I've worked it several times in the past, and it's just it hugs you. That theater just hugs you. So I'm gonna love being there. And this is a tribute to Johnny Carson of the Tonight Show. This is the anniversary of his 100th birthday this year. So I thought it was fitting that I honor him. And Ed McMahon brought me to the show many years ago. He saw me live at the Living Room. I was doing a show at a place called the Living Room here in New York City. And after my show, he said, he just loved what I did and great compliments. And then he said, "You have to do the Tonight Show." And I said, "Yes, I definitely have to do the Tonight Show." And he really took me there. Skitch Henderson was the conductor at that time. And
I remember him well, yes.
yes. And he had it for a while, and then Doc Severinsen came. And they moved the show shortly. I probably did, 3 or 4 shows here in New York. And then they moved it to Studio City in California. And I would always travel out and do the show. And loved the band. The band was so good. And we would rehearse, and they would say, "Let's do that again," because it was, they did a great rehearsal. But they just loved to play. They didn't get to play a lot on the show. And so they said, let's just rehearse it again, at rehearsal time.
Well, and that was the days. That's back in the day when the show had a genuine, good old-fashioned big band.
Oh, yes. Oh, they were great. But as I say, they didn't get to really, they maybe played one specialty, not every show even of that. But we filmed at around 5 or 5:36, maybe 5. I can't remember exactly what time we started, but we would film it early, and then I would go out with friends because it was California and I could visit everybody, and we would all have dinner, and we'd go back to my hotel and get all settled in bed with pillows to watch my performance. Then they'd play it later that night. And I got all settled to watch. And 9 times out of 10, or almost 10 times out of 10, I would fall asleep just before I came on. Isn't that funny?
Yes, because it
There's
was
something psychological about that.
It was late at night, and of course, when I watched it, I was a kid, and my parents let me stay up late to watch the
Yes,
Tonight Show.
right. You
You
had very knowledgeable parents.
Yes. Well, they liked Johnny Carson too. He was really terrific at reactions. He could think quickly on the spot. So he did ad-lib comedy for many years, and he was perhaps the ideal host
Oh,
for
he
that
was.
show.
He really listened. He really listened. And he really listened to the music too. You know, not only the conversation, but he would when I would come on, he would turn, to the side toward me. The band was over on one side of the stage and his desk and the interviewing area was on the other side of the stage and I would be in the middle of this of between those two, but he never ever stayed at with his desk turned toward toward he always turned it completely around to watch and said things that my mother really wouldn't say, complimentary things. He was
Okay.
just wonderful. Call me super singer,
Hmm.
and he would say, "And there, young people out there, that's the way it's done." And I'm just proud of that. I don't get on an ego trip about it. I just really it's what he said.
Yeah. Well, the first time I reviewed you, the first time I saw you live was here in St. Louis in 2007. And I actually quoted him and said, "That's right. That is the way it's done."
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So you're going to be here at the Sheldon doing a tribute to Johnny Carson. What exactly are you going to do with the show? I mean,
The
specific
songs,
songs that you.
all the songs that I did on the show.
Okay.
I have clips of my performances. I have a few clips, not 76, but many clips, and could tell what songs I sang, and many of them I'm not doing now. So I decided to revive those, and many were his favorite song was "Here's That Rainy Day,"
Ah,
and isn't that fitting? He's a comedian, in comedy and tragedy. Comedians are happy and sad, and that was his sad, feelings, I guess, because "Rainy Day" is not a happy song.
here's that rainy day again. Yeah.
Right. I dedicated one of my performances to a lover that I was going to break up with. And it was kind of fun breaking up with him on camera because I could say, "I'm dedicating this song to you, and I'm going to look right in the camera and sing it to you." And and my lover said, "Oh, I'm flattered." And then I guess he wasn't flattered after I sang the song.
Marilyn, I'm going to go out
I'll
on a
tell the
limb
audience
here.
what song that was.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and suggest that's probably not something most singers have had a chance to do in their lives.
That's right. That's right. Uh-huh. To have that kind of freedom to say something like that. Oh, he was so generous with his time and his comments and to let me do what I wanted to do, They just he and the director, there was always directors that had a big say so in it, but it was a joy in my life. I look back on it and think I didn't at the time realize how very important it was to me.
Hmm. You, of course, are a legend among people who
In my
know
own mind.
cabaret. Really? No, you are. No getting around it. I mean, in fact, the show that you're doing here, the subtitle is "A Legend Pays Tribute to a Legend." You know,
Oh,
you
oh,
and Johnny
darling, I
Carson.
didn't know that. That was
Oh
the
yeah,
title
well,
of the
okay.
show? Oh, how smart.
That's the
That,
subtitle.
that
Uh, but for people out there, for maybe younger folks who don't know your work, how would you describe what you do on stage?
well, my belief and my technique is that I sing to the audience, not for them. I don't close my eyes and sing for myself. That's another style that I see often here in New York, but I sing to them. And I always think, the audience is the star. I'm not the star. I am so grateful that they are there, that they've come to hear me. And I think that's really, and we do a lot of jazz, and we're not, jazz nuances in the songs, but it's all the Great American Songbook,
Hmm.
all the standard songs that people love, and some unusual ones. There's one song that I met someone in Las Vegas, another singer, and we became friends. And she did a song that I love, and I did it on the show. And I think even now it's a little different for the audience to hear that particular song, but
Well, and you have done some more recent material also. I know you've done a James Taylor song that I was
oh
familiar
sure.
with, The Secret of Life. So,
Yes. Here's to life. That's all. Those are my mantras. I'm very happy that I'm alive and well, and I've been in New York now for the last 20 years, although I still live in Kansas City. I just did a date in Kansas City last Saturday for Starlight Theater, and I had done in that theater many years ago. I did the part of Pistache, which is the lead in Can Can, that wonderful Cole Porter show. And
so you got
the,
this thing, I Love Paris, yes?
right, I did, and I did and others Cole Porter songs. They added Cole Porter songs for me because they wanted me to sing more in the show. So the director said, we're going to add this wonderful full orchestra in the 9,000 seat theater amphitheater at Starlight Theater. 9,000. In those days. They now have remodeled it, and I think it only seats 8,000 now. But I did Hello Dolly. That was the first time I ever did Hello Dolly. And we're doing in this show, we'll do a little excerpt from Hello Dolly
Oh,
for St. Louis.
very good. You know what you just described about the way you perform, that is the essence of cabaret, really. It's that knowing what the song means, knowing it in your mind and communicating it to the audience, directly to the audience. So it's that instant communication and just being genuine with the
Right.
audience. And
Well, it's my mantra that I sing for them. If you see many cabaret artists that are more into their performance than the audience, and that's
yes.
not wrong. I just say it's a different attack. I never sit down. I don't believe in sitting down. There may come a day, but not this year.
I don't know. At this point, it doesn't seem likely. You've been around for quite a while.
I have. God, thank you, dear God.
Yes, yes. We all do, yes.
I love
So
being in
anyway,
St. Louis. The audience is very, very astute at the Great American Songbook. They love those standards and understand what standards are about. And I'm in the Midwest too, so from the
yeah.
Midwest.
Kansas
So
City girl, yes.
that's
Right.
right.
So once again, Marilyn Maye, you're going to be here on November 19th at the Sheldon Concert Hall. It's a tribute to Johnny Carson. Great songs from the Great American Songbook. And who is your music director for this? I forgot to ask.
Ted Firth.
Ted
Ted
Firth.
Firth is,
Yep.
is coming with me. He's been with me now for 19 years.
Right.
And we were just together last Monday at place where I sing quite often on New Year's Eve. Birdland. Birdland is a
Yes.
40-year-old club that's survived here in New York. So, but soon I'll be at 54 Below, and that's going to be fun. Even Thanksgiving night, I'm even singing on Thanksgiving night
Oh,
at 8 o'clock.
so you will be here with Ted Firth at the piano. Ted, a great performer in his own right. That'll be good. Marilyn, thanks so much for taking some time to talk
I
to them
wish
today.
you thank you so much for your time
Oh, you're welcome. I
and
look forward
talent.
to. Oh, well, thank you. I look forward to seeing you on the 19th at the Sheldon Concert Hall.